Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in this month. Lots of great things happening in the spring of our city. Most recently, City Commission adopted some zoning policy changes with new ordinances that would allow for more housing to be developed, particularly missing middle infill housing, as well as reducing some of the parking requirements to allow people to create more density throughout our city, particularly in some of the neighborhoods. As we know, we need more housing units developed as we continue to grow. And speaking of growth, our community master plan, which is the vision, the document that will provide guidance for the next 20 years of our community as we continue to grow around land use and economic development and sustainability practices, mobility. The first draft of it will be available for public view May 7th, and that will be at GRPS University, come out 5 p.m. But there'll also be two other opportunities to review the draft in other wards. On May 8th, it will be at Ottawa Hills High School at 5 p.m. And on May 9th, it'll be at Sibley Elementary at 5 p.m. as well. So there are three opportunities to come out and hear about the draft of the community master plan, provide feedback. Based on your feedback, that'll be taken into consideration before final recommendations are made to the Planning Commission. And ultimately, the Planning Commission will make recommendations to the City Commission for their consideration and final adoption. Hopefully that will all happen between now and the end of the year in terms of final approval. We also had a pretty big day yesterday, City Commission with the presentation of the FY25 fiscal plan. I proposed a budget for the Commission's consideration at $690 million for all funds, $186 million for the general fund, and there's over $60 million in the budget that advances equity in our city to make sure that our city is inclusive to all residents. So we'll be deliberating between April 23rd and May 21st, almost every week, and there'll be opportunities for the public to provide feedback, and there will be a public hearing on the 14th, May 14th at 7 p.m., a formal public hearing for the public to come and provide feedback on the budget prior to final adoption and deliberation. So please come out and engage. Lots of services. This budget is really around a couple of things: improving customer service, the things that really are forward-facing to our community, whether it's adding staff in our 311 office where you call for a lot of non-emergency services. We've added 2 staff there, or in emergencies, calling dispatch, our 911 operators who receiving dispatch calls. We added 4 positions there, but also improved service levels in cemeteries. We've heard a lot from residents about the upkeep in our cemeteries, as well as other areas where you may encounter or need city services interacting with some of our departments. And so lots of things to improve the quality of life for residents, but we've also have some real big transformational projects that are budgeted in this year's plan to include the MLK Lodge. Many of you may have seen the demolition of the lodge that's taking place. Well, that is going to be a nearly $20 million project. And we're also planning the construction of 2 fire stations, both on Kendall and Division. And of course, a new training center. And those projects with the fire stations and the training center will be one fire station will be $8 million, the other $12 million, and training center $35 million project. So lots of development to include a new public works center as well. We're relocating from 201 Market to Scribner, and that's where all of our public works employees and refuse workers and those who plow the snow during the winter, we're keeping them all together, still keeping them central as we move out of a building that's over 100 years old into a more modern state of the art that would allow us to really take care of our employees' equipment and better deliver service. So lots of things that are happening. And while that occurs, there's the 2 transformational projects that are also being considered along the river front. As we move off of 201 Market, City Services, the amphitheater will be constructed there, the new 12,000-seat amphitheater, as well as potentially the new development of a soccer stadium, all happening around 2026. So lots of great things happening in our city. Have a great summer, and we'll see you next time.